I'm not going to back down. You know, I've always been a loud supporter of Palestinian, Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ rights, women's reproductive, all the things. Yeah. And so I'm not going to change that just because there are people that don't like me. I get comments too that like, you know, Iranians are going to hate you for this. I'm like, that's okay. Because in my mind, I'm still standing on the side of humanity. And that's what's important to me.
Tell us about a moment where you wish you would have said something and you didn't. There's nothing better than this. Say what you mean. 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 Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Aida Rodriguez. Welcome to another episode of Say What You Mean, where people stop by to share those moments where they wish they would have spoken up and didn't. I start the show every episode with my own Say What You Mean, and this one goes out to a television personality named Melvin Roberts. Melvin was on the Young Turks with me some time ago, and then he came and started hosting Truth Serum with me. I thought it was kind of cool to do a segment of the show about gay things because he's a queer man. And every episode, people would call and we would talk about all things that were gay. But I didn't realize that that was offensive to him. And because he is who he is, he never, ever said anything about it. And I just want to publicly say that I'm sorry to Melvin Roberts for dehumanizing him and minimizing him because he's an amazing human being. I'm so proud of you. I know that you wouldn't even take issue with me or you would be okay, but I still think it's my responsibility to do that because I know when people have done it to me, an apology would have gone a long way. So I'm sorry, Melvin, that I did that to you on Truth Serum. Onward and forward. All right. So now we're going to get the show started. And my next guest she's a host of her own podcast, but very vocal, very, my people, you know, she has a lot to say. She doesn't bite her tongue. She's not afraid of how it's going to make other people feel to stand up for what's right. And I like people like that. I had the opportunity to be on her podcast and found out that I kind of understand how the Iranians think sometimes because the Latinos kind of do the same thing. She is the host of, is it Mehmouni?
Mehmouni.
Mm-hmm. Mehmouni with Nazanin.
Yes. Yay.
Nazanin Nour. How are you?
I'm doing well. Well, I mean, personally, kind of okay, given the state of the world, probably much like you're doing.
Yeah. You know what it is? We have no choice but to be okay because we have to move on in life and keep going.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we're not feeling what's happening. We just can't get sucked into it because part of the plan is to do that, right?
Oh, I also think part of the plan is to beat everybody down, figuratively speaking, to the point where some people just get kind of passive and feel like they can't do anything or make any changes and differences so that you do kind of get beaten down into silence. And I think that's what we have to work to avoid, which is we do have to get up and keep going.
Well, nobody's going to beat you into silence.
That's true. They can try.
They can try.
But they're not going to be able to do it.
Because words are very important to you.
Yeah.
Your podcast is also about words.
Yes.
In a very different way, but it was very refreshing to be there. How important are words to you?
I mean, I pride myself on being somebody who will actually say what she means, say what's on her mind. Mm-hmm. And I want that reciprocated from other people. And I think that doesn't always happen. And, you know, that's one lesson that I've also learned too, is to kind of meet people where they are when it comes to communication. Mm-hmm. I think choosing words is really important too, with how you communicate with other people. You just actually kind of showed an example of that at starting the beginning of your podcast, which I think is wonderful. When people kind of acknowledge things and take accountability. Because we lack that in our country a lot. And yeah, I just think communication is key. Words matter.
Yeah, they do. And, you know, I stepped into your comment section when you posted the clip of us because I wanted to see, but I have PTSD with comment sections.
I don't blame you.
Because it goes left real quick. But the people in your comment section are very like kind and thoughtful and really nice. How often do you get hate stuff on the internet being as vocal as you are?
Yeah, almost every day, I would say. Yeah, I think when it comes to the thing with Iranians too is because there's a lot of Iranians that watch that video and they absolutely love when we do cultural crossovers. They love seeing other people from different backgrounds learn about Iranians, speak Persian, and just kind of, welcome. And we had a lot of things in common with your culture too. We've talked about that before, and as children of immigrants. So I think those comments are always going to be really positive. And I feel like my followers and fans tend to be more kind people as well, because that's kind of what I try to put out in the world. So thankfully, those are okay. Twitter is an absolute cesspool.
Oh,
and
I heard.
anytime I speak out about so there's kind of being Iranian diaspora has a lot of nuance. There's a lot of contextual stuff happening when it comes to freedom for Iranians under the Islamic Republic. And if you are an Iranian who speaks out in support of Palestine, for example, I've gotten a lot of death threats, wishes for rape, sexual assault upon me and my family, people reducing me to, you're just this, you're just an actress, you're stupid. I mean, really bad stuff. Just simply because I believe that Palestinians deserve the right to exist. But if you go further back, it's because the regime in Iran has used the Palestinian cause to their benefit and has paid proxy groups like Hamas. And so the Iranian people, rightfully so within Iran, feel like you've plundered our resources for this other cause. And one of the unfortunate byproducts of that is that they conflate the people and their freedom and liberation with
the exploiters.
Yeah, and with the regime. And the regime, in my opinion, not only do they not give a about Iranians, they don't give a about Palestinians either. They just use causes to keep themselves strong, keep their proxy strong. And so I'm not going to back down. I've always been a loud supporter of Palestinian, Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ rights, women's reproductive freedom, all the things. Yeah. And so I'm not going to change that just because there are people that don't like me. I get comments too that Iranians are going to hate you for this. I'm like, that's okay. Because in my mind, I'm still standing on the side of humanity. And that's what's important to me.
Mm-hmm. People have had their own opinions and point of views for so long. I do think social media has made things worse because, everything is up for debate.
Yeah.
And people's opinions are up. Like if I can say, I really love apples, and the people who really love oranges, not only want me to stop loving apples, they want me to start loving oranges, or they want me to kill myself for loving apples.
They're and like, so you don't love oranges? Yes. I guess we see how it is, canceled. Like, it's like you can't have, and a lot of people feel like you can't hold two viewpoints at the same time. Yeah. Like I can acknowledge this and I can acknowledge that. But for some people, they either go on one side or the other side. And that's also why I think this administration keeps preying on stuff like that. Yeah. And, a lot of great leaders have said this in the past about I think that we can have a lot more in common with people on the other side of the aisle than you would think, because none of us are millionaires and billionaires. Healthcare is still a problem. Unhoused crisis is still a problem. Women's rights are still a problem. And the people in charge, the administration, whoever they are, and their billionaire friends want us to keep fighting each other. So we think we're the problems, even pitting races against each other, cultures against each other, economic classes against each other. So we don't go after the actual problem, which is all these people in power.
Yeah, no. I mean, well, now everybody's a little bit more afraid because there are consequences.
Yeah, they're getting deported left and right.
Yeah, it's exhausting. How do you find joy in times like this?
I spend time with family and friends as much as I can. I, go see shows that I like, of comedians that I like, art, music, all the things that I think light up parts of my brain that bring me joy and serotonin. Yeah. I exercise. I just like to be outside a lot. So if I'm hiking or go to the beach, stuff like that. I just try to remind myself every day, I'm still luckier than most people. I'm healthy. Both my parents are alive and together. I have great friends. I get to do my own show that I'm working on and be creative. I think it's hard. It's hard though. Some days I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why we're here. I don't know if anything matters anymore,
Those moments.
Definitely.
I remember having the specific thought that maybe we're just like ants are to us. And then maybe somebody one day will just be like, that's it.
Yeah, the aliens, they're out there. I always wonder, like, if aliens are watching us from space, like, these dumb,
Yeah,
you know, like,
for sure. I think they're a little closer than outer space, don't you?
Yeah, in more ways than one, actually.
Yeah.
I really do. Do you think aliens have walked amongst
Yes,
us? You
yes.
do? Okay. Not in the Scientology way either. I mean, like,
No,
for real, yeah.
The Scientology way.
Because they do think we have aliens in us.
No, I don't think we have aliens in us, but I think it's just arrogant to think that there's not another life form outside of us.
For sure.
And I think that a lot of people who, adhere to like religious beliefs probably don't, because we've been told that we are made in the image of God.
Right.
But then we really have made God in the image of man, because we give God human like characteristics as opposed to the supreme being, the most high, the ultimate being. But I think that is just really interesting how we are just like, there can't be anything else. But I'm like, we are trash.
100. No, I know. There's something. I hope there's a superior species. No, and
something better.
My dad, who's like famously, he's just like super logical and doesn't believe in certain things. And I've asked him before, I'm like, do you think there's aliens? He's like 100%. So I'm like, okay, yeah, if my dad thinks it too, then I think for sure they're out there, you know? He doesn't believe many things.
What is the most exciting thing that's happened to you this year?
Oh, well, I had to think. It's been a really down year, I feel like. Oh gosh. Let me think about this for a second. Most exciting thing. Well, honestly, being able to do my show, getting my digital show off the ground. There's a couple segments that have gone viral. Persian pop quiz is one of them. So it's like it kind of goes with the joy, finding things that people are connecting to and that they love, and knowing that something I'm putting out there is like causing other people to be happy and connect. That's a cool thing that's happened to me this year.
Persian pop quiz is fun.
Thank you very much.
It's fun.
I really like it.
Yeah, no, it's fun. So when you think about words and, you talk about being attacked, you talk about being offended, can you think of a moment where you were the attacker or you said something wrong and that you regret it?
Oh, that I regret. I mean, I think honestly, anytime I fight with someone I love, whether it's like my sister or like my mom, who I butt heads with more, if there's ever a time that I lose my cool and I say something sharp, then I feel guilty for, like, I randomly think about it months later, like, oh, I can't believe I did that, So I can't think of a specific moment, but I know that I've done that with my sister probably in recent months. And, I think that's something I really try to work on continuously, which is like not allowing myself to be reactionary. Because I've definitely said some mean things to some ex-boyfriends, and then in retrospect I'm like, well, they kind of deserved it, but like in that moment they might not have deserved it as much. So I do feel bad, but I think I've made big strides in that area to take a breath, take like 10 seconds, think about. I don't respond in text angrily anymore. I kind of wait.
Take a time.
I take some time because I'm like, I'm upset right now. Let me see how I can say this in a way that like conveys how I feel and that I'm hurt, and actually gives you the root of the issue of why I'm hurt. I don't want to be passive aggressive. I hate that shit.
Me too.
Yeah.
Do you argue in Farsi?
I have. Yes, I do. Yeah. I mean, because my last ex was Iranian too. So, and he came to America not that long ago. So he speaks both languages, but like I just naturally would speak Farsi with him more. So I've definitely argued in Farsi and cursed people out also as well.
It sounds a lot more, charged.
It's very charged because a lot of our curses are also tied to your family and your family members. So it's like really bad. You know what I mean? They go after people's moms, and your mom is this and your dad is that. I'm going to do this to your family. And
what are they doing to the family?
They're doing a lot of things to the family. They're digging up graves. They're doing things with the corpses, stuff with your mom and your aunts. And then they talk about your whole lineage. It's not just like your mom. They'll say things like Jadda Abad Amil, which is like your entire bloodline. So they're not just cursing, like you and your immediate family. It's like everyone in your bloodline is trash.
How do you say that? Because I need that one.
Oh, well, you can say like if someone says something to you that curses you out or says like you're this or you're stupid or that, you can be like Jaddo Abadet, which literally means like your entire familial line, your whole lineage.
Y'all going back to the ancestors?
We're going back to the ancestors. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love a good a good, you know, a good cussing out.
Yeah.
I find myself now that like, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, because I'm speaking a lot more Spanish because I'm around a lot more people who speak Spanish.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Whereas before I wasn't. But I'll find myself like if I hit my foot or something, I'm like, ay, me buen día, carajo. Where normally, not normally, but I didn't do that. I hadn't done that for a long time. I used to do it when I was little because Spanish is my first language.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I learned English at school.
Oh, okay.
But now I'll be like, you know, what is she thinking of? You know, if somebody says something to me, I'll be like, ¿Qué piensa esta loca? But I didn't used to do that. I didn't do that for a long time.
That's interesting. Yeah, I definitely think in Persian and English. And sometimes when I talk to myself, which is daily, but like if I do something that's like, I'm like, if I don't know, I burn the toast to myself, I'd be like, Vay, Nazanin kheli khari. Like, oh, you're so stupid. Like I talk to myself in Persian a lot too. Yeah.
All right, do your parents predominantly speak English?
Yeah, they speak both. It's always a blend. So we have this vernacular in the diaspora called Fingilisi, which is a blend of Farsi and English.
Okay, so like our Spanglish.
Exactly, it's like Spanglish. So that's what most people do. And anytime I do Persian language shows, when I'm preparing for it, maybe like the few weeks or months leading up to actually taping, I'll only speak to my parents in Persian so that it just kind of stays quick and sharp in my brain, as quick as I can be in English. Yeah.
So Maximini, when he does stand up,
Yeah.
sometimes he says, he's cursing somebody out. He says, fachu. Like, and I guess that's his way of saying you, but with an accent.
He's like, cute.
Yeah, but he said, but he exaggerates it, and it's fachu. Like he does this thing. He has a whole bit about being a gangster or whatever. What is the worst curse word in Farsi?
I mean, there's a lot. If you call like, okay.
I mean, the bloodline is pretty bad.
The bloodline is bad. If you call someone, this is so bad. If you call someone, it literally means stretcher, but it's implying that you're just like a piece of shit. And then the other word adjacent to it is which is like the word for pimp.
Okay.
So but it's derogatory. It's not good to call. You know, here in our slang, it can be like, oh, he's a pimp. And here, if you call someone is not a nice thing.
No.
So yeah, is bad. But now people use it as just like a fun way, like, hey, so it's like, hey, but like you would never use that in front of family or anywhere that elders are, or even like sometimes people your own, like if my friends walked up to me and said it, I'd even be like, whoa, what are you doing? You know? So yeah, it's pretty bad.
But is it gender specific or is it?
You can call anybody that. And the thing about Persian is we actually don't have assigned genders. It's a gender neutral language. Okay. Yeah. So there's no he or she. It's always they. Yeah. And the way you know who you're talking about is either you point or you say their name, and then we would know if it's a girl or a boy. Yeah, that was beautiful pronunciation. I hope my dad and mom don't see this. Yeah, you should. You said it really well.
But because you can't in English, somebody is high-fiving you.
Yeah, exactly. They'd be like, yeah, it is a good thing, but like definitely a bad thing if someone calls you that, or if because I'm trying to think of else like. Some other things. They're all really bad. That one's one of the worst ones that you can say. Yeah.
That's interesting. I like to learn bad words in other languages. Just if I get into a situation with someone, I can have something in the arsenal for that person specifically.
For sure. If you say it'll be like universal to anything that pisses you off. Someone cuts you off in traffic, you could say that's really bad. Like, fish, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. Or like some guy who up or something, you'd be like, oh, he's such a you know?
Yeah. But it literally means
stretcher. Is to stretch something. Yeah. Can't believe I just taught you this for 5 minutes.
Listen,
really doing my people proud.
I'm working on fluency. Like,
there you go. Yeah.
You always start from the bad words too. I think everybody knows like the Spanish bad words.
What's one of the worst ones in Spanish though? That you can teach me.
So in Spanish, like Spanish is a very sexist language. It can be very toxic. Okay. So there's a lot of homophobia in the language. Right. So when someone calls you a gay man in Spanish, it can be an insult. But I would say it's everybody. The problem, not the problem, but the the reality with Spanish is that every country has its own dialect.
Right.
So they got their own curse words. We have like universal words like, which is also very sexist because it means sexist. It means but Mexicans use it as they'll say which is, it's like but it's not, it doesn't have the same connotation that it does in Puerto Rico, where in Puerto Rico it means
interesting.
And it's really, really, but my mom used to say mal rayo te parta, hijo de la gran, which is, they say it in El Salvador, they say it in a lot of countries, which means son of the greatest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not just the greatest.
Hijo or hija de la gran. That's fighting words.
Hija de la gran.
Yeah, that's me, like the Puerto Ricans have their own thing, and it could be a little crazy.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna use that too. Hija de la gran.
Yeah, when you say that, that's it. You have reached.
I better get ready.
Yeah, nah. Okay, so we have a segment called "Should Have Kept That."
Okay,
and I'll share one of the stories that came in, and then you tell me if they should have told the truth or if they should have kept it.
Okay.
I got into an Uber with my friends after a party. It smelled really bad. Instead of giving the Uber driver a bad rating, I told him, "Hey, your car smells really bad." I was told that I was rude and I should not have said anything. He gave me a bad rating. I know it was him. Should he have kept that?
No, I think you should be honest and, tell the person, because maybe they're not aware of it, but it's going to turn off the riders and it can mess with their score. So really you're trying to help them. I've gotten Ubers that like smell like cigarettes and I hate it because I hate cigarettes and I just bring the window down because at that point too, I'm like, he can't do anything about it right now. And maybe he's the smoker. But like if you get in, listen, my friend vomited in an Uber once and it was one of the worst stories ever. And it smelled so bad. And we paid for the guy to go get it cleaned because you have to do that. So, so I would hope that if somebody got in that car, they're like, bro, you got to take your car to the car wash.
I mean, I've gotten into some Ubers that smell really bad.
Yeah.
I never said anything.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get fixed.
Right.
For me saying something. But I think he probably was saying it so that for the next rider, like maybe to try to help him out.
And I think there's a way you can be like, hey, sir, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's a bit of an odor in this car. I don't know. Maybe there's something in the trunk. I don't know. It's hard because, again, I've been in them and I don't say anything, but I don't begrudge anybody that does. I'm like, good
me
for you.
Either. Because I've been in and I'm like,
this is
the
bad.
driver is feeling kind of rancid. And it's like, I know you probably, how many days you've been driving straight? Like,
I saw one Uber driver last week. He had 2 bottles of cologne in his little armrest thing too. And I was like, see, he's prepared. He knows.
I know. Yeah, you get in some and they're really clean. And you feel cheated.
So nice.
Okay, so this is our lightning round on
here.
And this is just called Say It With Your Chest. It's for us to get to know you better.
Okay.
Smash or pass, driverless cars.
Pass. I've seen 2 Waymos in the last 2 weeks stranded on the side of the road. And then did you see that TikTok of the guy that was at the airport?
In the parking lot?
And he just, no, thank you. Yeah. My anxiety would kick in and I'd be like, get me out of here. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something about that after we do this. Would you rather black tie or athleisure?
Athleisure.
How old were you when you had your first crush?
Oh, like 7.
Oh.
Yeah. Justin. Elementary school. Okay. Some little white kid with blonde hair, I remember.
That is Justin. Justin is not your favorite anymore.
I feel like white guys with blonde hair, I got bullied a lot in school and it was always by white guys. So then I have PTSD from white men for many, many years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't trust them. Look at the guy in charge. Was I wrong?
Fight or flight, 4 angry peacocks.
Ooh. Flight. And take some pictures though.
You're going to take some pictures on your way out?
Yeah. A little video because it's going to look beautiful. That's the thing. It's going to look like I'll try to get a selfie with them as they're attacking me. And then, but I'm going to flight. I can't hurt an animal, you know?
Aww. Yeah. Even if they hurt you?
It's okay. They don't know they're animals. You know what I mean? They don't know. They don't have that barrier that we have that's like how to act properly with etiquette. Yeah.
I think you're a little bit more evolved than I am.
Would you fight?
Only if they started it.
Yeah. He started it.
I wouldn't start it, but
you'll finish it.
What would you say if you could say anything to your favorite teacher?
The person that comes to mind, Mrs. Miller, thank you for acknowledging my talent in something and actually nurturing it. And I will always remember you because you made me feel very special in class at a time where I felt like othered by other children because my name was different. You know, when you're a child of immigrants, school can be a little difficult in America. And she really recognized that I was really good at writing and reading and actually brought me into, she allowed me to give the spelling tests sometimes, which is probably also why I didn't have a lot of friends in that grade because now I see that I look like a kiss ass. But yeah, she was very nurturing and I really enjoyed that about her.
Mrs. Miller?
Mrs. Miller. I wonder where she is now too.
Where was that?
Northern Virginia, which is where I was born and raised, like right outside of DC.
Where? What city?
I was born in Arlington.
Okay.
This school was in Fairfax County.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my uncle, part of my family, they lived in Alexandria.
Oh, great. Yeah. Arlington's like right next to Alexandria.
And now they live in Fredericksburg.
Okay. So they went to the Maryland side.
Yes.
Okay. But they're still in the DMV.
They're still in
Yes.
the DMV.
Yes.
And they love it there. They
Yeah.
love the weather. Is that where your family is?
Yeah. My family is in Virginia still, and my sister lives in DC proper.
Yeah. I love DC.
It was a really great place to grow up, I will say, because it's also so multicultural, especially since it's the, capital of the country, but all politicians and ambassadors, and you have so many international people and students there. So it really was a diverse place to grow up.
That's where Max grew up too.
He grew up on the Maryland side.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't know him then.
No.
Yes. I met him out here in California, but, and so I didn't even know that about him until I met him out here. Yeah.
What is your moral vision for the future?
Moral vision. Like, what would I like to see? I would just really love to see, like we've discussed before, people actually coming together and working together and knowing that we have way more in common than we do. We have way more similarities than we do differences. And I know that's cliche and everybody tries to say that, but it really is true. I would like to see equal rights for everybody. I would like to see people just like live their lives without everybody having an opinion about it.
Yeah.
I want to see people thriving. I want to see our unhoused crisis solved. I want to see people not having to make the decision of going to the doctor or not because of money. I would like to see people who are hungry to be fed, free lunches in schools, a lot of free tuition going on at these universities, living wages for everybody. I saw this thing the other day where somebody was like, yes, even low income people should be able to go on vacation and enjoy themselves. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody should be able to enjoy this earth. And I want to see dogs live longer, like animals live longer. I don't know how we can do that. But I just want us to come. I really actually want there to be true unity. I always hold out hope that is something that can still happen and exist. But some days it's harder to believe that in others. But I really do think I want to see us work together and make America a really wonderful place to live for everybody.
Yeah. And do you think that you have the tolerance to perhaps embrace someone who at one point you completely disagreed with?
Absolutely. I think that I have been around people like that too, and we've had these discussions. And I had a discussion with some Trump voters actually a couple months ago. And yeah, it gets heated and passionate, but no one was disrespectful or rude. And I always find that if you get in front of somebody, you actually can make more leeway than on
the internet?
On the internet, truly. Because people become keyboard warriors, and they think they can say anything. But yeah, I do. I think that's the only way forward, actually, is to be able to talk to people you had differences with and try to change minds.
I agree.
Yeah.
What I was going to tell you about those Waymo cars is that I went to the TED conference last week. And one of the talks that I went to was a scientist, and she was saying that one of the scary things about AI is that they are starting to and will eventually be able to rewrite their own code.
Oh my God.
And because they are emulating human behavior, they can be stubborn, they can be, they can not follow directions. And that's the scary thing about AI. It's not just them doing what programs tell them to do.
Yeah.
They will have the capability of rewriting their own program. So iRobot is a possibility.
As you just reminded me of Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Yes.
Remember the robot turned evil and is trying to kill everybody? Like that will happen. I'm so scared of that too. There's that movie that came out recently, the girl, what was it called? Thank you. Yes, companion.
Oh,
And then these people were basically buying robots to be their companions, like, but they look human. But then they started going like, oh wait, there's a glitch, and wait, I'm being taken advantage of, and fighting back, which is good. But yeah, AI, I'm so scared of this. It's like so many good advancements, but also it's very scary.
That's weird. What do you have going on?
Well, I'm continuing to shoot for Mehmouni with Nazanin. So I'm going to do some more video podcast episodes with more actors, comedians, like just people like artists, or, I've done human rights lawyers before. So people that are experts in fields. I'm going to continue doing Persian pop quiz and doing women on the street segments. And I have this game show that I started to called Crosswalk Cash that I do outside with people too. That's really fun. So I'm going to continue to work on that. I have started writing a screenplay of an idea I've had forever. And I kind of don't want to say things because I just want to like do them, but I've had this, idea for a YA novel based on my experiences growing up as a child, an Iranian child in America too, and having a foot in both worlds. So, just trying to advance my own projects going forward right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Tell them where they can find you.
Oh yeah, you can find me across all socials at I am Nazanin Nour, and it's Nour. And the show is Mehmouni, Mehmooni with Nazanin, YouTube and all social media channels.
It's really fun to watch.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No, I'm glad you're here. I wanted you to be here. Don't forget to subscribe. We love the ratings and we love the comments. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time on Say What You Mean. We want to invite you to follow us on social media at SWYM Pod on all social media platforms. If you are listening, please hit the subscribe button if you're on Spotify or Apple. If you are watching, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to give us your rating and your review, and we will see you next time on Say What You Mean.